Hello.
Hi, we'll start in a minute or two.
Just to ask, teacher, just to ask, like,
Yes.
I don't have broccoli. Is it okay if we can substitute it with cabbage?
Yes, but you need to chop it very finely.
Okay. Okay.
If you have cauliflower, you can use that too.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, we are going to start now. So the first step is preheat your oven to 400 degrees. Oh, I'm just going to do that. I'll write it in the chat too. So once you've preheated, then you're going to want to cut your onion. So I've already cut it, but it needs to be much more finely chopped. So I'm going to get a cutting board. And let me transfer this. This is my broccoli. I'm just going to move.
So how much is the quantity for each of the ingredients? Like broccoli, how much?
For the broccoli, I used about half cup, and for onion also about a half cup, but you can use a little more or a little less. It's just the onion. And if you have a food processor, you can also put the broccoli in that to make it really finely shredded. And then I'm going to make sure that I have about half cup of onions. So I'm just gonna put all of it in this cup. Yeah, it's about a half cup. So I'm going to add my half cup of onion in. And now I'm going to press a piece of garlic. So I'm just going to use one piece. And then I'm going to press it. Or you can peel it and then cut it into into fine pieces. And I'm just going to mix it really quickly, like with my hand. I'm gonna go wash my hand. Now I've already cut the broccoli, but I'm just gonna make it a little bit more fine. Yeah, it's pretty good. So now I'm going to add about half cup of broccoli, or you can do the exact same thing with cauliflower, or if you have cauliflower rice, you can use that. Extra. And I'm going to just mix it with my hand. So now that my broccoli and cauliflower is mixed, I'm going to start making the chia egg. And how you do that is you take about 1 tablespoon of chia seeds. So I'll do that right now.
Is the chia seeds optional?
If you don't have chia seeds, you can use flax seeds, or you can just use a regular egg.
Oh, I have eggs.
Yeah, you can use 1 egg.
Is it like what kind of egg do you use? Like the brown pasteurized one or the white one?
Any egg will work. Just as long as it's around like normal sized egg.
Okay.
Yeah, can we use dairy-free yogurt instead of nutritional yeast?
I have not tried it, but you can try it. We can see how it works.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So I put my chia seeds in this grinder that you use to grind coffee, and I'm just going to grind it into a powder. If you're using an egg, then you just add the egg directly. If you're using flax seeds, then you do the same thing. You grind up the flax seeds and then you add 2 tablespoons of warm water. So let me finish grinding this. And I'm going to these over that here. So this is my ground chia, and I'm just gonna add 2 tablespoons of water to it, warm water. And I'm going to mix that with my spoon. And we're just going to wait a minute or two until it thickens to become more like an egg texture. And now I'm gonna add about a 1/4 cup of shredded cheese. And the cheese will help it all come together. So if
Wait,
you're
what did you use?
1/4 cup of shredded cheese.
So is it mozzarella cheese?
I'm using mozzarella, but I think you could use any form, any cheese.
Okay.
If you have vegan cheese, you can also use that.
We should use, even if we use egg, we should use cheese.
Sorry, I didn't catch that. Can you repeat it?
And we use the eggs, so we should use cheese or we should not.
No, we use both.
Okay.
So I put the cheese, and now I'm gonna put the chia egg in it. And then I'm going to mix this all together just by hand.
So did you add salt in this?
Not yet, we'll add it soon.
Okay.
It's kind of like mixing dough. You want it to all start coming together and being a little bit sticky. Okay, so now that that's all mixed, I'm going to wash my phone. And I'm going to add about, at this point, I'm going to add my 1/4 cup of almond flour. So you can use almond meal, almond flour, or I think you can also use regular flour if you want. Make this.
Hi, how much did you say? 1/4?
Yeah,
cup?
1/4 cup of almond flour.
Oh, can we use rice flour instead?
I think so.
Can you use any other flour like rice flour or something?
Yes. I've formed it into kind of a dough.
Do we add salt?
We're gonna add that now. 1 second. So now what you do is we're going to add about 1 teaspoon, 1/2 tablespoon each of oregano, basil, pepper, and salt. So I have a powder that mixes basil and oregano. So I'm just going to add 1/2 teaspoon of this, 1/2 tablespoon of this. Just add 1/2 tablespoon of that. And about 1/2 tablespoon of pepper. And also a 1/2 tablespoon of salt. And that's my pepper. And you can add a little more or a little less of any of these depending on how much you want. For salt, add 1/2 of a teaspoon. And then you're gonna just mix the whole thing together again. Okay, so now once that all your spices have been mixed into it, now I'm going to. So again, you can add it however to the amount you want. It doesn't have to be exactly 1/2 teaspoon.
I went to put the soya sauce.
Sorry, what did you say?
When to put the soya sauce?
Let me check really quickly. So you can put it's 1 tablespoon of, if you have soy sauce, you can add 1 tablespoon of that, or you can add 1 tablespoon of nutritional yeast. I'm not going to put either, but it's completely up to you.
I don't think you need soy sauce actually. I think it comes out without it.
And now I'm going to add a teaspoon of oil. This is, where is my teaspoon? I don't know where my teaspoon is. Oh, this is teaspoon. Okay. So I'm going to add, oh, here it is. About a 1/2 teaspoon of oil.
It's a case it's telling us.
And then if you want it to be completely gluten-free, you can add extra almond flour right now. Or if you want it, or you can add in 1/4 cup of breadcrumbs. I'm gonna do about 1/2 and 1/2. So I'm gonna add a little bit more almond flour because I'm only gonna put breadcrumbs in 1/2 of it. So I'm just gonna add about 1/8 cup of almond flour. If not, then you put in 1/4 cup of breadcrumbs. Okay, so now hopefully the ovens are kind of about preheated. So I'm going to pull my tray out, my baking sheet, and I've already put a reusable sheet on top so it doesn't stick. And then I'm going to put a little drop of oil in my hand. And then I'm just going to form them into little balls. So just put them in little balls on the sheet. And now I want the other half to have gluten, so this side, I'm adding breadcrumbs.
Want to make balls, Dheeraj? Come here, balls. Make balls. Ba.
And then I'm going to continue making balls with the other half.
Make balls. Not like that. See how Mama is doing. Like this, you have to. Oh, with one hand. See how Mama is doing with one hand.
I'll just put them down. And here's my last one.
Take this. Make a ball out of it. Make roll with your hand. Only with one hand. Make. See, okay, do.
And then I recommend pressing down just slightly on top to make them a little bit flat, just a tad, patting them. That way they'll sit well.
Give to them. And wash your hands. Rinse your That's it.
So while everyone is making the balls, just wanted to show you, this is one that I made earlier. It's flattened out a little bit when I put it in the box, but so if everyone starts coming. Okay, so once you're done with the balls, then you put them in the oven at 400 degrees. I'm gonna put this in the chat. Oops. Oh. Okay, so now we're all going to put them in the oven as soon as you're done rolling them into balls, and we're going to cook them at 400 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes. And so I'm going to put the whole tray in. And now I'm going to set a timer. For 25 minutes. I'm gonna start with 20, and then if it still needs cooking after that, I'll do more. And at the 10-minute mark, you're going to use a pair of tongs like this, and you're gonna flip all of them over onto the other side. So you're gonna put them in the oven, and then after about 10 minutes, we're gonna flip them all over. Until then, I'm going So if everyone's ready, you can start putting them in the oven. And then, so everyone make sure you have your own timer running because I think we all put them in the oven at different times. So make sure you set a timer for 20 minutes. And after about 10 of those minutes, so halfway through, flip them over. Flip all the little balls over. And then at 20 minutes, if you still think it needs to brown a little bit more, then you can put it in for a few more minutes, up to 5. Does anyone have any questions? Any questions?
No, thank you.
Okay. If anyone has any questions, you can stay.
Thank you for the wonderful recipe.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for
Thank
coming.
you so much. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.